If you guys don't know, we got Simone Jardim out there along with Catherine Parenteau. And, they go way back. Simone was Catherine's tennis coach at Michigan State University, at the Michigan State University, right?
No, just
No?
Michigan State
Oh,
University.
okay. All right. That's right. I'm
You're
talking
thinking
to
of the Ohio State
I'm talking to a
University.
Buckeye over there. Okay. And now she's down here in Naples working at Peak Performance Pickleball Academy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who the crowd goes for out here. There's a lot of people, and they're both coaches here. A lot of our students and players are here, so
It's tough.
we'll see.
It is tough. I mean, I do think that obviously a lot of the fans probably know both of them. I think maybe Simone just has a little bit more recognizable of a name, so that could play into it.
Yeah, I think, I get to coach with both of them. I would say Catherine's a lot nicer on the court. Simone is more of a drill sergeant out there. So.
Yeah, at the couple clinics that I've gone to, I would probably agree with your assessment. You're the meanest one of all, though, Phil.
Oh, yeah, for
you,
sure.
You yell and
For
curse
sure.
and throw things.
Sarcasm.
Yep.
I thought just a little bit.
Yeah. I know when you get on the court, I'm not allowed, if my drop shot goes into the net, I'm going to get reamed out pretty bad.
Yeah, you either have push-ups to do or laps.
That's right. But I'm very excited for this match. I mean, obviously, they both train together a lot. They both have similar playing styles, it looks like.
Yeah, and, regardless of the outcome, they're still going to be good friends, co-workers, practice partners. I mean, that's the fun part about this.
That's right. You also have the Julie Scott out there refereeing. I love when Julie referees. There's no questions. She's definitive in what she says, and people respect that, and I like that.
Absolutely. She does not mess around. She
No.
makes a call, it stands. No point in questioning any further.
I agree. Ladies Pro Single. This is the last match in the winner's bracket. Here we go. Looks like Catherine's ball sailed there a little bit.
Yeah, Catherine's been sitting a little bit, so the wind has picked up. She's got to find her range with her shots real quick.
Got a comment here from Shelton. Says this is Catherine's first singles tournament.
So I have a question
Interesting.
for you, Eddie. Who do you think is more nervous out here?
I mean, you're talking about two of the most mentally tough women in the sport. So when I answer this, what I mean is that they simply edge out, coming from a great perspective here. But I think Catherine's probably a little bit more nervous. This is Simone's turf. That helps. What do you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at it, I think. I mean, Simone doesn't want to lose to a former student out here in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Catherine wants to make her mark.
That is true. That can definitely change the dynamics of the match very quickly. Oh, she just caught that baseline. What a play.
Nice. And I think some players, they might have called that shot out.
Mhm.
But Simone, if there's any doubt, she's one of the best sports in the game. I mean, she will give it to you.
Oh, Simone went shoulder first into that fence there.
Hey.
Oh. I think actually she went chest first into it.
We'll work on making the courts a little bit bigger next year.
Okay.
Pushing these fences out. Maybe Simone can talk to somebody about that.
Yeah.
Oh. This is quite different from the men's match that we just saw. You see a bit more baseline to baseline out here. It seemed like with the men, somebody was getting in right away, and a lot of points they finished both up at the kitchen line.
Wind's picking up pretty strong here right now. Oh, and she caught it. You can't see too well from the replay, but she was pushed wide almost into the other court. I was able to sneak into that corner there.
Nice return. So Catherine has her knee wrapped. Do you know what that's from, Eddie?
I don't. Do you?
I don't.
Maybe she's anticipating another slide move like she had at Nationals when she cut herself up pretty bad. Because she's not going to let a ball go by her.
No.
She'll die for it.
She got that from our coach.
Oh, wow. Great play from Catherine.
And just a reminder, how old is Catherine?
26?
And how old Simone?
40?
Wow. Wow, nice point.
I'm still waiting to see Simone's birth certificate saying she's 40, though.
You know what? I think she's pretty proud of that.
You know, pickleball is a sport where age is less of a factor than many others, but it still does play a role. And to see this, difference in age with very similar athleticism out there is pretty incredible.
Oh, the singles especially. The singles can just wear down the body.
Coming over to get your medals in your chest.
It's going to be pretty tough strategy-wise out here. I don't think there's any secrets between these two in their games.
Simone was talking about it earlier during the match between Tyson and Kyle McKenzie, because they train together a lot. Sometimes that can be hard to play against each other in tournaments. And I'm wondering if that same mentality is kind of passing through to here.
Yeah, I can, but we were throwing in this wind factor, which makes a big difference out here.
Oh, wow. Great shot by Catherine.
Nice angle. So that two-handed backhand roll, short angle. That's a tennis shot.
Obviously, both of these players are both former tennis players. You can see that in their game, their style, their stroke mechanics. Wow. Wonderful passing shot from Simone there.
These two are funny. After they hit a good shot, the other players saying, nice shot, clapping the paddle. It's good to see the good sportsmanship out here.
You know, it's kind of a win-win for both, right? Because if Catherine wins... Wow. Oh, great point, though.
Nice defense by Simone. Catherine had the put away. Just a little too much there, and she knew that right when the ball left her paddle.
As I was talking about earlier, if Catherine wins, that's great because there might not be the same expectation that she does out there. If this is true, this is her first singles tournament. It's great. Great for her. And if she loses, she lost to Simone Jardim, right?
Yeah.
But it's also a win-win for Simone, too, because if she wins, she gets to move on. But if she loses, she gets to see, you know, there's going to be a part of her that's so excited and so happy for Catherine.
She'll be happy for her, but Simone wants to win this.
At the end of the day, yeah, I think you're right.
I think she wants Catherine to play a few more matches before she has to play again.
Yeah. Oh, great
Nice
play from
touch.
Catherine.
Great touch there.
Neither have called a timeout yet.
No.
Another monster put away there from Catherine.
Yeah. No, Catherine's cleaned it up. She's found her range here. She's making a lot more balls in the court. She's not making any loose errors like she was at the beginning of the match. Oh, good eye. That was close. Thought the wind was going to drop that in.
You know, we've seen that happen quite a bit today where it goes from the ball's out to the ball's slightly in to the ball's 2 feet in.
So this is kind of going back to what we were saying earlier. Simone built herself a pretty good lead. No lead is safe. Catherine's doing a good job of battling back.
That's right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Why Prince Pickleball? Why Prince Paddles? Well, Prince Paddles are the best for me. They suited my game really well, and for anyone out there who is looking for something with a big sweet spot, this paddle is perfect for it. The Response Pro gives me an extra inch, which gives me enough room to hit a two-handed backhand. And again, the feel of it, the face of the paddle, and the texture, I love it. It helps me create a ton of spin, and I think you should try it. Prince Pickleball, changing the shape of pickleball.
we go. Catherine serving 7-9.
So Catherine seems to be finishing the points up at the net a lot more. Simone's struggling to get in. There we go. Good point. So that time Simone took away the net. Nice touch.
Yeah, I think that was a generous call there from Simone on the baseline as well.
I didn't see it land, but good play by Catherine. Whoa. I think the wind helped Catherine there a little bit on that shot.
Wow.
All right.
10-9. Catherine's got game point here.
Hey, good game.
Wow, okay, there we go.
Nice comeback for Catherine.
Catherine victorious over Simone, 11-9. Got game 2 coming right up. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time?
Every time.
Here we go. We got game 2.
All right, so Simone got to switch sides. I think this is the side that she prefers. Let's see what happens here.
Anthony Amato. Hinley and Amato. Court 6. 7-1.
Catherine, the first one to get a point here.
Nice touch, Catherine. Catherine's really doing a good job with these return to serves, setting herself up for a nice, easy volley. Now, strategically, I think that Simone would want to take a page out of Catherine's book from that first game. There we go. There
Great
we go.
shot.
Meaning that Catherine was going into the net in that first game, and she was very successful with the win the way it is. So that last point was a good example of that, with Simone finally getting into the net.
Men singles, 1949, 50 plus. John Rodrigo, Paul Gallagher. Rodrigo and Gallagher. Court 3. Court 4.
Wow, okay. Well, this game's going in a little bit different direction than we thought. Maybe switching... I thought maybe switching sides would give Simone a little bit of an advantage there. Catherine's just doing a great job at not giving her much.
No, Catherine's looking really sharp right now. She's not making any errors. She's hitting her targets. She's found her range. She just looks in full control right now.
Wow.
Good patience on Catherine's part there. There are a few balls that looked like she was going to smack in, and wind just knocked it down.
Seems like the wind has shifted a little bit now, too, which is interesting.
That's a sorry, not sorry.
Yes.
You know, Simone's making a few errors right now that are a little uncharacteristic of her, but you never know from her body language. I mean, just watching her play, you don't know if she's winning or losing out there. She's still going to give you everything she has.
Just a little bit wide.
Didn't have to be that good.
Simone definitely relieved that that ball went wide, though.
Another one. Nice deep serve by Simone. That's 4 in a row for her. Smart timeout by Catherine.
Simone got a 4-point run there. We got a timeout. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
I've tried a lot of other products, plenty of electrolyte mixes. They either contain some sort of sugar in them or something to give you a boost for a little while, but eventually it runs out.
Jigsaw products help me stay competitive. They help me stay energized.
It's helped me become a better player.
Jigsaw helps me recover faster.
I think all of you need Jigsaw help in your life. And you know why?
It's fun to feel good.
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 It's fun to feel good. Cheers.
Just like that. Time in.
So a little role reversal in this second game. Simone had the big lead. Catherine came back. Catherine has the big lead. Simone's coming back.
Oh, wow.
That was crazy. Great point there.
So, Phil, I've heard you made a comment a few times here during the live stream about finding your range.
Yes. So what I mean by that, some players, you feel a little nervous at the very beginning of a match. You think you have to go for more than you really need to. And players tend to make a few loose errors at the beginning where I like to try to work my way into a match. Or I just go for safe targets at the beginning, and then as I feel more comfortable hitting those targets, try to make those targets a little bit smaller, stretch my opponent out a little bit more, and then work my strategy from there. Great angle there. But you know, Catherine is still there to cover that shot.
She certainly is. That's not a guaranteed put away, that's for
No.
sure.
Men's singles, 4-0, 1949, 50 plus. Will Frazier. Putting top. Frazier and top. Court 8.
It's kind of interesting. I like to think that I know these two okay from working with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like when Catherine makes a bit of an unforced error, Simone almost looks like she feels bad calling the shot out right now.
That could play into it. I mean, obviously, you know, social dynamics and things like that can definitely play a role in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think we saw it all over her face right there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. What a play, though.
And they're both just laughing. This almost has the feel of just a fun practice session out here for the both of them instead of a tournament with prize money.
Well, if you ever had a chance to watch both of them drill doing their two-handed backhand back and forth and back and forth and back and forth at each other, it's quite fun to watch.
Yeah, they just beat each other up out there on the practice court.
Yeah.
And similar to what they're doing here right now.
Looks like Catherine's serve was out there.
Oh, nice.
Tied it up, 9-9.
Great angle on that overhead. That was not easy. She made it look easy. Oh, great placement there. Simone kept her shots very deep there. Catherine was playing great defense.
Great play from Catherine. What an angle. Gosh.
That was crazy. She was about 6 feet behind the baseline when she hit that.
Wow.
Okay, game 3. Here we go.
So 9-11, 11-9. We got a game 3. It's what the fans want.
You love game 3s, Eddie.
I there's something about it. I don't know what it is. I feel like if you go back and you look at historically at some of the best matches, game 3 always has the longest rallies. It always has the most intense points. And when somebody wins by going to game 3, I think it means so much more for them because it was that much more effort.
Oh, for sure. They definitely have the momentum going into game 3. They worked that hard to win game 2. Just they don't want it to be all for nothing.
That's right. All that work. And I think it's the greatest equalizer, right? Because now you have, but it takes away a lot of factors that have to do with how long it takes you to get comfortable in the game, right? Does it take you a little bit of time to warm up? Are you more of a streakier player than the other? Do you prefer playing wind at your back, wind at your front?
Right.
You've been able to work all those things out. So to me, it's like it takes away as many variables as possible.
Oh, for sure. And just like the men's match that went into 3, they both won the game on the same side of the court. And now in game 3, Simone gets to finish on that side. So we'll see if Catherine can build a lead here, the first part of this game 3.
Great job by Catherine doing that. The drop block. Is there even a technical term for that shot?
Well, drop shot. Let the wind do the work.
Yeah, but when you're intentionally doing it at the line, you're kind of waiting to see what your opponent does. If they come up, you're going to drive it at them. If they stay back, you're going to drop it. There should be a name for that. Let's call it the fill.
Maybe not.
Oh wow, what a play.
Oh, great angle there by Simone. Catherine had as much court covered as possible, and Simone found that small window that was open.
We got a couple names here. We have Barrett Kinchelo says the McSofty. I like that. Christy Vera Forster said the chop drop. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh.
What a
Wow.
play.
Oh. In the kitchen.
Oh.
Oh. You see, there's no arguing. You just got to move on.
Yep.
Simone kind of made light of the situation.
Nothing you can do,
Nope. Next
especially
one.
not when Julie Scott says it.
That's right. That's right.
Don't argue with her. I've seen people try and argue with her. Not smart. Wow, we have a lot of people chiming in on that shot selection name. Josh J. Pickleball says the drop volley. Kurt Tufenction says the pork chop. And Gerald Swift says the soft slide. I like this, man. I didn't realize the pickleball community was so good, talented at naming shots.
Very creative.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh,
Just wide.
nice rally, though. It's very interesting. They're both starting back. As soon as one player's a little off on a shot, the other's doing a good job of taking advantage of it. Wow.
What
Wow.
a play. Yeah.
See, that's the thing about pickleball. I think you watch, if somebody's unfamiliar and hasn't played pickleball, they might watch and think, oh, this looks easy. But when you face somebody, especially at this caliber, I mean, you'll have a whole new appreciation for it. Good point.
Timeout. Which means we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors.
Not today. Break's over. You dropped something.
That's a wicked backhand.
Love that Jigsaw ad. One of my favorites. We're back in action now.
All right, so they switched sides. Simone actually built herself a little lead from the side that she lost before.
Interesting comment out there from Mark and Jamie Rydell, basically saying that when Catherine is getting to the net, she is winning the majority of the points. Great observation.
Yeah, that's how she won her points in that first game.
Mm-hmm.
She really didn't do that as much as I thought she would in this third game. Wow.
Men's single 4550, Jonathan Goldberg, Scott Fliegelman, Goldberg, Fliegelman, court 7.
It's a little bit out there. Simone's on a little bit of a roll here. Oh.
Wow. Great get. Do you slide when you're playing out there, Eddie?
No, if I did that, I wouldn't get up.
I don't think I ever got enough momentum going
If I'm on
to be able to slide.
If I'm on the ground like that, Phil, please call the ambulance because. There we go.
Game. Nice game.
About halfway through that game there, Simone got on a roll, and Catherine just wasn't able to break her concentration, break that momentum. Simone took that in 3, 11-4. But I have to say, I am very impressed with Catherine's performance during that match.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she played her heart out in that game, and you just kind of wonder, like, all right, who's in each other's head more in that situation? And it just seemed like maybe Simone was in Catherine's head a little bit. Catherine could see the finish line maybe a little too early, and Simone said, not so fast.
Yeah.